Chelsea swap deal plan emerges as last-ditch Victor Osimhen transfer phone call takes place. Between now and the final whistle of the transfer window, expect chaos. Expect Chelsea to be involved in every rumour, every phone call and every twist. Because what's happening behind the scenes at Stamford Bridge right now is nothing short of electric. With manager Enzo Maresca steering a new tactical project and a squad overhaul underway, Chelsea's striker strategy has taken centre stage. And one name continues to dominate the conversation: Victor Osimhen. After months of flirting and frustration, a last-ditch phone call has now been made, and Chelsea's final move for the Nigerian goal machine could determine the shape of their entire 2025-26 season. But this is not just about Osimhen anymore, because as the dust settles from earlier signings, including the 30 million arrival of Liam Delap and the continued presence of Nicholas Jackson, the club's plan is evolving. A shock swap deal has emerged as part of Chelsea's strategy, designed to satisfy both financial demands and squad depth. And now, everything could hinge on what happens in the next few days. Let's start with the framework. According to sources close to Stamford Bridge, Chelsea are determined to start the 2025-26 campaign with two senior strikers locked in and ready. One of those is already in place, Nicholas Jackson. Despite his recent suspension and erratic performances last season, the club believes in his long-term value. The Senegalese forward remains firmly part of Maresca's plan, and even with his two-match FIFA Club World Cup ban, he's expected to be a regular option up front once the season hits full speed. Then came Liam Delap, the powerhouse striker signed from Ipswich for 30 million at the beginning of June. Young, strong and tactically intelligent, Delap offers something different. He presses relentlessly, works hard off the ball, and has been on Chelsea's radar for months. But even with Jackson and Delap in place, Chelsea are still searching, still scouting, still pushing, because the ultimate prize has always been Victor Osimhen. And now, following Napoli's internal reshuffle and increasing urgency to offload their star striker, Chelsea have made a renewed phone call, a final push to land the deal. The negotiations have been long, complicated. Napoli's demands, rooted in a 110 million release clause, made it difficult early on. But as of this week, the situation has changed dramatically. Chelsea are now exploring a swap deal proposal that would see one or more players go the other way in an attempt to lower the cash payment while satisfying Napoli's squad needs. Early whispers suggest that Romelu Lukaku, still technically under Chelsea contract, could be used as bait. Napoli admire Lukaku's physicality and Serie A experience, and with his time at Stamford Bridge clearly over, a swap with cash added on for Osimhen is back on the table. There is also internal discussion about including younger talents, players like Cesare Casadei, David Datro Fofana, or even Trevoh Chalobah, as potential makeweights to sweeten the deal. The idea is simple: get Osimhen without triggering the full clause, and do so before other clubs make their final move. And this time, there's real optimism inside the Chelsea camp. Because for all the noise around Paris Saint-Germain and Saudi interest, Osimhen continues to view Chelsea as his ideal Premier League destination. The club has maintained regular contact with his representatives. He's been sold on Maresca's vision, on life in London, and on being the centrepiece of a young, rebuilt Chelsea front line. He wants to be the king of Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea want to give him the crown. But they need to act fast. The club is actively preparing two scenarios, one with Osimhen as the lead striker and one without. If they succeed, Chelsea will field a lethal forward trio: Osimhen, flanked by either Nico Williams or Jamie Bino Gittens, with Jackson and Delap offering depth. If they fail, attention may shift to younger, lower-profile alternatives, such as Jonathan David or even Benjamin Šeško, though the latter seems to be staying put this summer. It's not just about buying goals, it's about buying identity. Under Maresca, Chelsea are aiming for a brand of vertical, high-pressing football that demands a physical, intelligent striker at the centre of it all. Osimhen is tailor-made for it. He thrives on space. He lives off service. And he dominates aerial duels in a way Chelsea haven't seen since the days of Didier Drogba and Diego Costa. The timing couldn't be more critical. With pre-season weeks away, Maresca wants his attack sorted quickly. He wants chemistry to build early. He wants every player in sync by the time the Club World Cup kicks off. Chelsea are done experimenting. They want killers. They want decision makers. Hello the Blues, welcome again to the Blue Report. New Chelsea target already revealed. Victor Osimhen bid accepted, Gittens and Fofana next. Chelsea's transfer window has gone from quiet speculation to full-blown warfare. And this time, Stamford Bridge is the battlefield where serious intent is being shown. As the blue flag rises again over London, the Blues have stunned the Premier League by securing an accepted bid for Victor Osimhen, reigniting fan excitement and sparking a new era of aggressive, forward-focused ambition under Enzo Maresca. And just as that bombshell was dropping, another wave of transfer targets emerged, with Jamie Bino-Gittens and David Datro Fofana suddenly propelled into the spotlight as Chelsea's next key pieces. Let's start with the headline that shook the Premier League. After more than a year of on and off negotiations, failed talks and endless speculation, Chelsea's offer for Victor Osimhen has finally been accepted by Napoli. The Nigerian superstar is now one step away from becoming the most important Chelsea number 9 since Didier Drogba, and the fan base knows it. Personal terms, long agreed, are now just awaiting signature, and Osimhen is expected to travel to London in the coming days for medicals and contract finalisation. The reported bid is in the region of 75 million plus add-ons, making it one of the most ambitious striker signings in Chelsea's modern history. And this time, it feels right. Osimhen isn't just another expensive experiment. He's not an overhyped youth project or a panicked January deal. He's the complete forward. Brutal in transition, dominant in the air, clever with his runs, and ruthless in front of goal. The Stamford Bridge hierarchy is convinced he is the striker who can end the revolving door at the number 9 position. No more false nines, no more stopgaps. Osimhen is the real thing, and Maresca has already drawn up the system that puts him at the very heart of Chelsea's revival. But this is only part one of the plan. Even as Osimhen prepares for the big reveal, Chelsea have quietly finalised another move, one that many fans are debating passionately. The signing of Jamie Bino-Gittens from Borussia Dortmund is all but done, with a fee of 35 million already accepted. The 19-year-old winger has split fan opinion, with some calling him overhyped and another Mudryk-style risk, while others point to his raw electric potential and his flashes of brilliance in Germany. What makes this signing different, however, is how Enzo Maresca himself requested the player. Gittens isn't being signed to sell shirts, he's being signed to fit a vision. Maresca wants width, pace, and direct 1v1 ability in transition. Gittens gives him that, and with players like Noni Madueke still fighting for consistency, this new arrival could add fuel to a competitive, high-energy winger battle inside Cobham. But Chelsea's work is not done, because while most eyes were locked on Osimhen and Gittens, another name has quietly crept back into the conversation: David Datro Fofana. Yes, that Fofana. The Ivorian striker who joined in 2023 before being loaned out now finds himself back under serious internal review. And what's more surprising, Maresca reportedly likes what he sees. Fofana, still only 21, was impressive during parts of his loan spells, showing strength, balance and a hunger to fight. And while Chelsea are still pushing for Osimhen to lead the line, there's growing belief inside the club that Fofana might be worth a second look, either as Osimhen's understudy or as part of a deeper striker rotation if the squad shifts to a front two at times. With Jackson's future still uncertain and Lukaku permanently out of Chelsea's long-term plans, Fofana's name has emerged again at the perfect time. He's young. He's on the books. And under Maresca's coaching, who's to say he can't evolve into a reliable second option? Still, Chelsea aren't just recycling, they're recruiting, and the next new target has already been revealed, this one straight out of La Liga. Sources close to the club indicate that Nico Williams is now Chelsea's top wing priority following the Gittens signing. A release clause of 58 million makes the deal tempting, and Chelsea have already initiated contact with the Athletic Bilbao Stars representatives. Williams, Osimhen and Gittens, that's the front line being envisioned. It's aggressive, it's unpredictable, and above all, it's young and hungry. Chelsea are looking not just for talent, but for fit. Players who align with Maresca's principles of vertical attacking, ball retention in tight zones, and punishing high defensive lines. The rebuild isn't random anymore. There's a clear pattern emerging. Every name being linked or signed speaks to a tactical profile. Gone are the days of impulse purchases. This is Maresca's blueprint, and Todd Boehly is backing it fully.